and welcome back to another stream here on the Esports Ohio channel. I'm Carter, and I'm joined today
by yours truly, Anakin Sims. What's going on? We got some good old Monday Overwatch going on today. We have Whitmer versus Bluffton. Whitmer is going to be on the left, as you guys see, and Bluffton on the right. And I'm really excited.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting off going to Lijiang Tower here. We're moving into about the halfway mark through our season, so these teams have gotten a couple games under their belt. Looking here to kind of make that breakaway, start to get that chain of wins off as everyone starts thinking about the off season here. And we're gonna kick it off on Lijiang Tower. We got Oatmeal strolling out of the gates on the Torb pick.
Oh yeah, we saw Oatmeal warming up before in the range on the Torbjorn. He's locked in. He's ready to go, ready to place those turrets, land some cross-map shots, and land a whole lot of damage. And as we see, already finds a pick.
Already able to those nails down and get that pick. I mean, Torb, I like when someone said Torb plays like a Luther Hanzo mix, and once you see Torb play, you completely understand what that means. So it looks like Smash is going to stay over. He's taking extra runs, but it's going to use this now.
And the res.
The DPS completely unleashed right now on this time, and they're going to go out and count this point first.
Yeah, the res is going to come out. Not going to lie, I think you're using a webcam mic. My co-caster is using a webcam mic. It is a little hard to understand what you're saying, but it's all good. We got this next fight going out. Whitmer's going to take that first one. Let's see how Bluffton re-engages. We have the Venture on the off angle. Unfortunately, does get picked, as Bluffton is going to be able to walk up, make some space. Going to have to deal with that Torb turret, though. But the res does come out, evening this fight to a 5v5. And Monotech just walking in, picking off Oatmeal. Honestly, coming out. The Ram form also comes out. Whitmer is going to be low on resources. It's going to be hard for them to stay into this fight. And the Mercy getting 1 HP, just narrowly, oh, not quite escaping. But Ramacha gets his form back, and I think he's going to have his ult here. But unfortunately gets picked. Sasuke running into Whitmer's backline with 90 charge. It's hard to stop that freight train of a tank coming right through. And Whitmer's going to be able to get up to 50% here. And pretty good push for Whitmer, and we're seeing Oatmeal take control of the space with a nice little Mercy pocket here, maybe try and get some picks. We are seeing the Torb ult come up, we're seeing the Venture ult, we're seeing the Ram ult. Lots of ults going to be in play for Whitmer. It might be a little hard for Bluffton to catch up to this ult economy if Whitmer acts fast. And now we're seeing all the ults come out.
Huge ultimates being used here on the side of Whitmer. Gonna go ahead and just jump on in there. They got the nano. They have Smash leadership charging, and they're the tank in the front line that they need, dishing out that damage, doing an incredible job right there. And they gave up the point for a little bit, but using that incredible team play they had at the beginning to fight their way back in.
Yep, and my co-caster is back. Glad to hear your voice. And, I mean, really solid fights. It's been pretty 50-50, but it looks like Bluffton is going to have the severe ultimate advantage here. But Oatmeal does get picked. Not looking too good.
Yeah, that's going to set up things big for Bluffton, as now the Kitsune is going to come out, already dishing out tons of that damage. Angel has to keep in there, not going to be able to help that Smash leadership though, just too much damage as Sepia, Badger, and Sasuke line it up with the Kitsune and push Whitmer off the objective. This is going to be a close one.
Yeah, and Bluffton just getting more and more charge on that point. As we see, Monotech maybe looking for a sneaky Death Blossom, dropping down onto Whitmer's backline here in this upcoming fight. I'm excited. How many do you think he's gonna get?
I mean, looking at the lineup now, I'm thinking at least 2 or 3. It depends where he places it. In that corner right there on those 3 squishies, as you saw stepping out, would be a great spot, but it looks like he is going to be found out here. Isis Narrow's going to force him away just in the nick of time. Does get the shield from Sasuke on the Zarya, but that lineup has now been ended. His Magician is going to actually find Sepia Badger, the honest sniper, as Whitmer, they're down ultimates, but they're still going to try and fight and make this work. They have to if they're as Zero comes out to break up the Sasuke, Monotech rips the Beyblade, finds one, and it looks like Bluffton is going to lock down part 1 of Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, Bluffton doing a really great job using those ultimates. I really thought Monotech had something cooking, but unfortunately the Venture did spot him. But, you know, I mean, it didn't matter. The grab was just massive when combined with the Death Blossom. And unfortunately, Smashed did just kind of charge in. He really just charged into 5 people. Maybe not the greatest play on paper, but, I mean, hey, it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot, I believe. But now we're getting into this next point here. I think this is a very strong Reaper point, a very strong Venture point. Maybe we could see Torb play on like this coast angle, maybe get a nice little turret set up. Because like honestly, if they just get the turret set up in a really good spot, that's hard for Bluffton to break. I think they should be cooking, and we're seeing the Maga swap coming out here as well. Really good front to back comp, especially with that damage boosted Venture. Whitmer is going to be able to do a whole lot on this point, I believe.
As CP of Azure, though, is going to come out strong and find that pick onto Oatmeal. These picks like this is what helped them win on that point 1. See if Whitmer can fend it off here. The res is going to come in by Angel. Incredibly clutch here. The Maga stepping up looking for damage. Oatmeal gets it back onto CP of Azure. As it looks like Taylor, though, is going to find out on this match leadership. That gets him down. It's going to be hard for Whitmer to move through. And even if he's not sure to get the trick in their favor, losing the tank is just losing a bit too much.
Yeah, and Bluffton's going to end up capturing the point there from that crucial pick on to Smashed. And Smashed opting to swap back to the Reinhardt. I do think the Reinhardt is a little bit better into the Zarya matchup, so maybe we'll see a little more luck from the side of Whitmer here and getting those big, chunky fire strikes off. Almost catching the Reaper, but not quite.
They have to see what Reinhardt can do there. Good matchup in the Zarya, but always kind of hard to get in these zones as well. Dropping low. CP of Badger saved in the nick of time there by Kairi, who's stepping back as Smash leadership right up in their face on this Reinhardt. Definitely an aggressive right there, as we've seen. Monotech as the Beyblade is going to be hunting for a position for it. Massive just kind of charged in once again. The flip on the Monotech is huge though. It's a Smash able to finish it out. That's going to be not only a pair, but a down as well. And it pops down through to keep the tank alive. Looks like Whitmer has found their fighting spirit here, and they're going to cap this point.
Yeah, a really strong Valk, just keeping the team healthy, but the fight's not over yet.
Yes, that's okay. Throws out that grab with their Angel, which once Angel is shattered. That's how we keep them top. Smash music. Trying to shut them. Monotech looking better. CP's up to the top. It's giving them a chance to back off. Percentage of damage. Just waiting for their players to get
The Visor doesn't find much. And the Reinhardt just pins in the backline and gets 2. That's Bluffton supports.
Interesting fight so far as Monotech looking for something. Sepia finds Angel. The back and forth keeps on going, but all of this time it is Whitmer that has the objective that is going to be getting that percentage points over this whole fight. They've almost tied up Bluffton's hold. Cisneros, ooh, shoves him off of the healing. Looking for Sepia Badger, finds him, Smash, also found Monotech. Denied. Smash going to Cisneros was just waiting for it. Pops the ultimate to clean this one up. This one down for a strong 70%.
Yeah, finding massive value from the Venture there. Just really showing why Venture's so good on this map. Getting, like, she just gets so much value from these tight corridors. Is able to have the verticality to control these off angles, as we saw when she 1v1 the Soldier. And, I mean, Whitmer has a lot of crucial ults coming up, but so does Bluffton. But we wall the Kyriel. That's gonna be massive.
It doesn't get any kills, but it does slow. It just seems like there's too many ultimates coming up from the side of the to send themselves in the OT. And man, if I had to bet, this is going to come down to a 99-99 team fight.
Yeah, I'm going to have to 100% agree with you. Monotech with that clutch Death Blossom after the unfortunate May wall coming out onto the Kyriel. And we're seeing a nice little coastline battle here between Monotech and Cineros. Who's going to be the victor? I'm not sure.
Cineros has the range advantage here. Monotech playing a little bit aggressive there. See what they can do. Is now Smash going to go ahead, take the high ground. We talked about that 99-99 fight, 95, 96, and here comes the touch from Smash. It is going to be met with the grab, though. Sasuke instant is on Smash there. And you can Smash just come there with banana. To keep him and it's like strong in the beginning and they're so strong in the end to take Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, Bluffton doing a really great job controlling those ultimates, controlling those angles, and just keeping Whitmer at bay. But we are going to see a venture play of the game from Cineros here. This was, we caught this on stream, absolutely magnificent. Catching 2 in the back line and just going crazy with that venture ult. Really keeping Bluffton at bay there. I'm excited to see some more venture in the next game. Hopefully, maybe some more Torb. I really like these picks from both of these teams. They're a little out of the ordinary, out of the meta, but hey, you know, they're making them work. They're playing them to their best the ability, and I mean, I'm super excited. Hopefully, we'll see a map that really exemplifies these out of meta picks.
Yeah, I mean, and there are plenty of maps for that. Just thinking about like the Torb, especially where it can kind of come in here from Oatmeal, who had a great showing on it. I mean, one of the things behind unconventional picks is, I mean, if they're good and they work, they're good and they work. And the Torb was definitely able to put out a lot of damage and was key in making the first Lijiang point so close for Whitmer.
Yeah, 100%. But while we are in between maps and getting some subs in, I think we're going to go to a short break. So stay tuned. This is Esports Ohio. Alright, we're back. We're on Eichenwald. Game's starting up soon, and we're seeing again these awesome picks from Oatmeal. We're seeing picks already. This guy has lineups, ladies and gentlemen. He is... I feel like I'm watching some Valorant gameplay right about now because, oh my god, what is this angle? This guy's playing Rainbow Six Siege in Overwatch, holding these pixel angles and just dishing out crazy damage. I don't know if you guys saw, but he actually did get a pick onto Mr. Wise there in the beginning. And we are seeing a new player come in from the side of Whitmer. Phyrexia. I think that's how you pronounce it. And they're going to be playing the Ashe here. And we're seeing again Angel on the Mercy. Doing a really good job keeping their DPS up and healthy here. Keeping them damage boosted. Making sure they are damage boosted. And a beautiful shot from Phyrexia there. And just absolutely dishing out massive damage onto this backline. And they're unstoppable in this angle right now. Bluffton is going to need to maybe get some more mobile DPS, maybe contest this high ground here, because this Ashe in this position with a Mercy pocket, oh my god, it's hard to beat. And we are seeing the swap off of the Orisa on to the Zarya. Maybe they're gonna look to, we saw a wall come out from the off angle, but the Juno is 1 HP. And the front lines are brawling all out here. So the Ramatra form come out, Angel pops the Valkyrie for him, and I still think Phyrexia is just dishing out damage onto the backline. And they have Bob here. Beautiful shot coming out to the Juno. Are they going to be able to finish the pick? Not quite. And Angel uses res onto the tank there. So not going to be able to res the Ashe, but honestly, that's all good because Bluffton is going to be backing up, recouping, rethinking their strategy, and trying to figure out what to do into this fight. But now that the Ashe isn't on this high ground, they might be able to push pretty much for free here. And we're seeing a lot of ults come out, or come up from the side of Bluffton. Maybe we're going to see a Juno ult engage here with like a maybe a little speed ring action. That's what I'm thinking on. But Oatmeal with the Molten Core and receiving the Nano Boost as well, dishing out massive damage, landing those crucial shots, and just completely zoning off Bluffton's walk up. Oh my god, that was beautiful. That is a picture perfect Torbjorn ult there. He just lavaed all over the ground, and Bluffton unfortunately just could not walk anywhere else. And I think we're seeing some more Oatmeal patented lineups here, and Monotech even opting to wall off this angle. Oatmeal is unstoppable. And again, Phyrexia in this angle, beautiful angle, with the Mercy pocket. But I think Bluffton's just going to be walking onto point here, as we see Monotech and the gang just run onto point, completely ignore the Ashe. But the Ramatra does get rezzed. I don't know how much he's going to be able to do into 5 members of Bluffton's team, as we see there. But hey, pretty solid hold for that first point there. A lot of teams do end up just first capping that, but Whitmer did a really great job of holding. And we're seeing again a beautiful Ashe angle. Just going to be able to look down, shoot, and get free pickings. And Monotech opting to wall off the Ashe angle again. Phyrexia is getting some crazy value out of this angle, but he does need to be careful because he doesn't have his support. And I think instead of opting to flip the map and take the high ground, Bluffton is just going to look to push the cart here. And Phyrexia is just going to get a nasty angle here. And now he has the Mercy pocket to back him up. We're seeing another Oatmeal come out here, as Whitmer's going to be able to walk up here. Maybe Oatmeal finds a pick. And everybody on the side of Bluffton is 1 HP, but they're not going to be able to convert the picks. And I think both tanks might fall. Not quite. Sasuke getting all of the resources and the res not quite coming out from the side of Whitmer. And Bluffton is just going to be able to walk over Whitmer. Starting the snowball that we're going to see. We're seeing 5 ults starting to come up from the side of Bluffton. Whitmer's going to have to do something a little bit different. Maybe walk out with some of their ults. But are they even going to touch? I'm not sure. They do get the touch. Smashed is on point with his Ramatra ult. The grab comes out. The Nano comes out. Both support ults come out along with the Ramatra ult. I fear Whitmer may have overinvested, since that is 3 crucial ults when Bluffton only used 1. However, they did secure the objective. It's going to be a lot easier to hold now that Bluffton isn't snowballing the objective. But let's see how Whitmer sets up this angle. Not opting to take the high ground or take any different angles, just opting to stay on the cart. Definitely interesting strategy, but let's see where Bluffton comes from. They are going to be taking the longer route, which, you know, that's okay. They have the soldier, they have the ult. Maybe you can get a lot of value from it. And Sepia Badger going all in. Catching Angel out of the air. Finding one, finding two. And Bluffton just going to be able to run it down with the Wu Yang and the Visor. Beautiful work, beautiful combos. And they really did just clean up that fight. Bob was no match for Bluffton. I really do like the oatmeal swap onto the Junkrat here. Junkrat is incredibly strong in this point because it's just one super tight corridor. But, I mean, Monotech is going to find a ton of value on this Mei here because, I mean, tight corridors, one wall blocks everything off. I've seen the tire come out.
The tire.
Oh, yeah. My co-caster is back. Back and better than ever. And Whitmer is going to start to make a comeback here. Holding their ground.
It looks like Fire there is going to go ahead and grab 2 picks off. Doing a great job. And I mean, hey, you were doing incredibly well there. Talking about it perfectly. Same things I would have said about the tight corridors there. When you see things like the Junkrat, like the Mei, definitely want to play that brawl comp style.
Yeah, 100%. If Monotech is able to land a big blizzard and maybe like a wall combo, everybody from the side of Whitmer is going to be frozen.
Charge on Zarya, taking some of that out. Whitmer has surprisingly held even after Blizzard, but it looks like now the last heroes on the field is going to come to fight them as Fire falls and the grab goes out by Sasuke, catches 3, sets up for a triple, there goes 4, and Bluffton is going to get that cart all the way to the end.
Yeah, beautiful push from Bluffton there. Doing a really great job pushing the cart, keeping that cart rolling. And just getting those essential picks. Although, I will say, Whitmer doing a really great job holding the angles. We saw the Ashe Mercy combo on defense. It's really strong in defense. It might be a little bit harder to take and control those angles on offense. But I'm excited to see what they pull out here.
Definitely. On the name of the map escaped me. On
Eichenwald.
there's a lot you could do, especially in this first hold. There's a way to play every tank, right? I mean, you have your Reinhardt's, the Ryan map, you have your Orisa kind of standing there, but you can also get stuff like a Doomfist, like a Hazard, like a Maga to try and just like punch through here and sweep through that first section. And you could also see stuff like the Ramatra, really good at holding at that range. As you can see, once you get under the bridge there, it kind of starts to play a bit like a ranged escort map. You have a very defined street, very tunneled, and that's the perfect place to set up something like the Ram. I will say, seeing smashed on the Reinhardt, Ryan tends to have a pretty good matchup into Ramatra, especially if the Reinhardt is able to kind of close that gap quite quickly, which Smashed is certainly the type of Reinhardt to do that.
Oh yeah, 100%. We have seen a lot of the Smash Reinhardt so far, and one thing I can tell you, he's not a passive player. He's an aggressive. He wants to get in, he wants to get active, he wants to swing everybody all at once. And with this, paired with this Junkrat, who is absolutely juggling Sasuke, forcing out his form super early. Now is their time to go.
Ooh, Oatmeal though, gonna drop low. Sepia Badger on Bastion, able to finish him off there in the end. Red is gonna come out from Angel, gonna keep a tough position to defend the rest though. His Fire teleports all the way into the back. I don't know if Weaver's gonna be able to get out of this one, not quite as Monotech. He's gonna finish him off right there. And this Bastion on Sepia Badger has been able to stave off attacks.
Yeah, the Bastion is an incredibly strong pick into the Reinhardt because the Bastion can just play his range And as soon as the Reinhardt gets close, just pop this turret form and dish out massive amounts of damage onto the front line, onto the back. Like, whoever comes your way, you just do so much damage. But unfortunately, he's going to catch a fire strike to the face.
Playing like a hit scan player with those fire strikes. Able to sneak in through and find him as here comes Oatmeal. He's going to find this one down for Bluffton. And the, like, Edo coming out there on to smash leadership. Not quite actually, that was the Mercy Valkyrie giving him damage boost. But hey, I mean, that's a damage boosted Reinhardt flying at your face. It doesn't really matter how he's damage boosted. It matters.
Yeah, he is. It matters that he's flying at your face. That is, there's no stopping that. But we are seeing Whitmer capture that first point pretty quickly there. I think that was a lot faster than Bluffton's capture. Maybe we're seeing, and we do see 4 minutes and 40 seconds on the point. That is a massive amount of time here. It's going to be a little hard for Bluffton to control this, but I mean, hey, anything can happen. And Monotech finding a pick onto Phyrexy, keeping those angles controlled. Doing a great job.
Oh! Whitmer steps up, but man, Monotech right there. Take him down. He's red. And here comes that Nano. Able to find one fire strike. Charge Nano into the back. Damage. Not be able to find it, but has set up Oatmeal on fire to get some damage in. Take down a couple members of Bluffton, but Bluffton fighting right back. Right to Sasuke. But the distance is on the first side. They're gonna get up this hill. See how far they can keep this going.
Yeah, maybe they keep the snowball going, similar to how Bluffton did on their offense. But I don't know if you saw that shatter, but it looks like a little self-sabotage happened from the side of Whitmer. Looks like Oatmeal booped up all of the enemies that Smash was about to charge into the wall. Kind of unfortunate there, but I think Bluffton might have the slight ultimate advantage in this fight, opting to just run in with the Juno ult and clean up house really quick, completely stopping with Whitmer's momentum.
Yeah, and talking about ultimates though, all they had to use for that was the Juno ultimate. I mean, they still have 5 ultimates in their back pocket, and that is going to be spread out over 3 minutes. But it should be like 1 or 2 just one team fights in the back pocket of Bluffton.
Yeah, 100%. If Bluffton holds these ultimates and doesn't use them all in one spot, I think they should be in pretty good shape.
Oatmeal is going to pop the tire. Gets that little boost there, looks for it, finds 1 and damages 3. There we go back up, but a pick on the Monotech is a big pick here for Whitmer. They're going to use that to charge forward fire in the fight in the backline without competition. Skirts on the way. That's also an ultimate out of the playing field, but Whitmer, they need to make use of that pick. They are going to be rounding the bend here. Part contested, both sides. Waiting for someone to hit that go button. Just starts this fight off. It's going to be fire right there. You pop it off with the Beyblade. Able to find one, Smash finds another, but Sepia finishes on that match. As always, come to Clutch, getting 2 back and talk about Clutch. Here comes Monotech. Rips the Q on the cart.
Yeah, can we get an HP check on that? He was literally 1 HP. Both Sasuke and Monotech there, or maybe Sepia. 2 people are 1 HP from the side of Bluffton. Completely clutch. Oh my god, that was crazy.
Incredibly well done there. And talking about stacking those ultimates, that's what that advantage will get you.
Yeah, 100%. And Oatmeal, unfortunate loss from Oatmeal, but I think they are going to be able to res it, so it's not as bad. If Oatmeal was gone for good there, it would have taken them a very long time to reset.
Those support ultimates are up here for Whitmer. Oh, Oatmeal, though, taken down by Monotech. They want to get 1 Mercy red. Preferred team fight really is now Monotech going in, trying to find the Ana as well. Whitmer, they're going to have to just wait this one out.
Yeah, man, nice little Reaper duel going on in this room here. And Monotech, he's going to fall by the hands of Phyrexy.
Well, at the beginning of the last fight, oh, but Nehru's going to take him out as well. No Reapers on the map for either, but the Whippers come back last. That's Badger. It's a nice corridor. Great place to throw down the Asheville. It's getting down to one-fight territory. 30 seconds left. Nano is going to come out onto the smash hitter. He throws out the ground. Finds every member fielded from Bluffton. Takes them all down. That's what you want from your Zarya right there. As Whitmer lives to fight another day, pushing across this bridge. I might have spoken too soon though, with 20 seconds remaining and how slow this cart's moving. If Bluffton touches and gets one last fight.
Yeah, Bluffton might have another touch here, and I think they are, but Monotech falls. They needed that ult to win the fight, or did they?
I don't know that they did, as Mr. White and carry the supports come in damage, and here comes the ultimate as well. Fire, I see though, finds two with the big clip, but it's not going to be enough because you're just a Reaper, and Bluffton gets back in the nick of time and holds here on Eichenwald to take a 2-0 lead in this series.
Yeah, really great job by Bluffton there. Keeping the lead, keeping the momentum, but they are just going to be able to fully stop with the sheer amount of ultimates they had saved up in the bank. Really great job, and I mean, beautiful play of the game again. As you said, just catching everybody from the side of Bluffton, and combined with the anti-nade from the Magician, actual cinema. But as we get into map 3, I think we're going to be taking a short break, so stay tuned. This is Esports Ohio.
back, everyone, to game number 3 here for our premier Overwatch matchup between Whitmer and Bluffton High Schools. Bluffton with a 2-0 lead in the series, but that's pretty misleading because these have been some certainly close maps.
100%. I believe it can go anyone's way here. Whitmer putting up some really good fights up against Bluffton here, and Bluffton just doing a great job at just slightly taking the edge over Whitmer here. And I mean, honestly, it's Flashpoint. It's anyone's game. Anything can happen. We're seeing Whitmer opt to run the Arista comp with the Pharah. I really like the Pharah pick here, especially with the Mercy and the Ashe. I think we've seen in previous weeks that Mercy combined with Pharah and Ashe, absolute cinema. Incredibly strong here. As we see.
Already starting us off.
Yeah.
Getting that pick on the monotech right there. Phyrexia also going to find one on the Sepia Badger. And just playing the vertical angles of this map so well. You don't get that with something like Flashpoint, but Whitmer is certainly doing it there. Keeping Mr. Wise, taking out Mr. Wise right there. Phyrexia and Angel getting the res onto Oatmeal, who swapped over to the tank role now. And playing Tor, playing tank. This guy can do everything.
You know, that's funny that you mentioned that. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, Oatmeal on the tank. We love to see it. Maybe he was just off-rolling. As we see, he is the Galaxy gun for an Ursa. He might be a tank player. Oatmeal, where have you been?
The last one standing there from Whitmer as they reach near 90%. The cap finally to go over to Bluffton. He's just able to get that edge.
But the bounce is going to come out from Angel, and maybe they're looking to clutch here.
See what they can do. Angel, kind of the last one in the room, though, is going to be forced to glide away with that bout. Might have been a bit of a late usage there with only Phyrexia to really pump that damage and heal boost into. Now though, Oatmeal, step up, looking for a bit more, choosing a different path of attack than Bluffton. Network better is going to get the Arisa all off, not going to be able to find anyone but Phyrexia. Now Mr. Wise within the chaos, monotech takes out Oatmeal. Rob's going to come flying out, blocked by the wall. Ooh, Angel goes for the rest, gets it off, down though, and this Arisa inside out is going to be alive, but only a little support is going to find the tank trade though, and man, these teams just keep going back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, Bluffton with a really great turnaround. I don't think Whitmer's going to be able to actually touch here. And, I mean, hey, the games couldn't be closer, and unfortunately, the Magician could not get the touch off. Unfortunate, but it's all good. There are 4 other points to prove your worth on Flashpoint, and I mean, it's gonna be a close one, folks.
It's like a series of 1v1s with their opponent. Here's Oatmeal trades for monotech to check out Phyrexia there. Perez from Angel is not gonna come out in time. Sepia Badger shutting that one down. It's gonna be a huge opening now for Bluffton to pull up, charge it up to the point. Perez unsuccessful, but Bluffton was certainly successful in capturing this one.
Yeah, Bluffton doing a really great job just getting those crucial picks onto Whitmer, finding those picks onto the Ashe, and then eventually the Mercy once the Mercy tries to go for the res. Just, I mean, if you get the support out of the picture, I mean, it's just kind of a free fight.
As Sasuke is actually going to find Oatmeal there. Has the wall put up behind him, supports, couldn't pop healing into him, and great call by Bluffton to just unload damage into the Arisa. As now, Ooh, it looks like Whitmer is still trying to contest this. They're still trying to find some angle here. See if they can find something in there. Arisa is going to be back soon. You know, has that spear, can spin it on for that little movement boost. As fighting off to the side. The orbital is going to come out. Magician starting things off. As well, there is going to be a return shot. Like dropping down that boost. See if they can pop. He's going to try to run right through it. Pops the ultimate. Trying to wait it out. And he's going to find CPO after much better excited to watch, but Sasuke is just too safe on this ramp. He's going to use all that distance to just direct the backline of Whitmer. It looks like Bluffton is going to take flashpoint number 2.
Yeah, this point is really hard to recapture once the enemies have captured it, just because of this really strong high ground here. If like you get like a soldier set up here and a Wu Yang, it's just kind of wraps. It's really hard to retake that. But maybe Whitmer will have better luck retaking this since it's not as oppressive. No like crazy high grounds. And Oatmeal opting to swap onto the Hog here. Maybe we can get a nice little hook plus barrage combo from Whitmer. Maybe. Anything's possible here. I'm excited.
We saw Arrows was really strong showing on Arrow on Flashpoint number 1, but Flashpoint 2 just wasn't able to find any picks or any angles. Kind of got stuck in the room a lot. See what they can do here on the lot more open area of combat. As Oatmeal just stepping on shore, has his Hog, has that Self-Kill power. This is Arrows. The ultimate ready. He's gonna look to use it here. Badger's done a great job at that. Might just use it here. No, he's gonna hold it as my Rexy finds Sepia Badger. Cisneros takes down Air, no help the ultimate, and Oatmeal grabs Mr. Wise as well. 3 eliminations at once. And Whitmer, they walked in, they tore Bluffton apart, and they captured the flashpoint.
Yeah, I will say that Bluffton did get the objective pretty early on there and able to claim 37%. That's pretty close to half. That's like a full solid fight, which actually pretty crazy. You may not think it's much, but trust me, when it comes down to close games like these, it's going to be a real big game changer. And they are going to have the ults online. I'm going to... Oh, but the Juno gets picked. That is the one ult they needed to use. And they can't use it.
Clutch taking out that support ult right now. Monotech has the Blizzard, throws it right on in. Going to use that to control that objective. See where he is it, forcing Whitmer back off the point. See if Whitmer can get back in touch before it's time, but they're being picked off by Bluffton as they try to. And Bluffton is going to go ahead and retake this flashpoint.
Yep, Bluffton doing a really great job with the cards they've been dealt. They only had the Blizzard available to them, and they made the most of it. Just absolutely making Whitmer split up, go all separate directions, and just capitalizing off of that split attention. And now they're gonna be forced to retake here.
Now Whitmer captures the flashpoint, and if they can get this stagger, that's probably going to be the ultimate flashpoint for them and keep them alive on this map and in this series.
Yeah, I don't think Bluffton's going to be able to retouch this capture point. Whitmer just doing a really great job utilizing those ultimates perfectly, getting that boop kill, really crucial, landing those hooks as well. Just great gameplay from Whitmer here, and I'm really excited. We've been holding on to this far ult for a pretty long duration here. Maybe looking for the perfect moment, maybe looking for a combo with the Mercy, but I don't know. I'm excited to see what Cisneros can do with it.
At a certain point, you've held it on for too long. You just see what Cisneros finds just at the right time. As flashpoint dominance already coming out from Bluffton. They do not want to take this through game number 4. They want to get that 3 sweet in style. Setting up strong position for that first tap. They have to see if Whitmer get in there. Ooh, Cisneros dropped over CP Badger 2. Low DPS trading tons of damage as Angel's going to get that res onto Pyrexy. Pyrexy though might just fall as 10 drops really low. Bluffton doing an amazing job of falling out. where these DPS are setting up and unloading damage. Mr. Flyfish up in here, and comes from Cisneros. It's only going to find one, though, and it's going to leave Angel hanging. And it's going to give Monotech and Sepia Badger more elos to add to the list. And Bluffton already nearing 50% on this flashpoint. And Whitmer is waiting for their support and DPS to come back.
Yeah, I really saw the vision with that Vara ult. I really thought it was going to get more, but unfortunately, Monotech with the quick reaction, just able to almost fully counter it with the ice block. And a crazy hook coming in from Oatmeal there. And where's Bob going? There he goes.
Oatmeal snipes Sepia. Bob runs on in right into the face of the smart Monotech. Taken out there. I don't know if it's going to be enough from Sasuke. It's just going to be whole hogged into a corner here. And Whitmer, they did get the flashpoint. They did stop it, but 93% on the board for Bluffton. One fight, and they've not only won this map, but the series. And Bluffton, they used all their ultimates.
Yeah.
Or
Whitmer, yeah.
Bluffton coming back with 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really hard fight for Whitmer to win, but I mean the Juno ult is very, very strong. Maybe Oatmeal can find a hook off of the map. Maybe Magician can get his ult early, and they'll be able to find these quick, crucial picks. I mean,
there's that Juno ult though, and Oatmeal is gonna take that Monotech, but Sasuke is just too strong in the front line. Pyrexy coming in clutch. Got picked in his early fights, but is now finding the picks. Takes out 2 members of Bluffton, keeping the dreams alive here for Whitmer. They don't have a tank. Everyone fighting the raid boss that is Sasuke right now. Can they take him out before more members of Bluffton get back? Here comes Sepia Badger, and it's looking a little tougher for Whitmer. Angel falls, Cisneros falls. They cap the point, they swap it over. Phyrexy is looking for it, not able to find it as Oatmeal goes down, and it's going to be a 1-hit at the touch. Can they get it? No, but the Juno can. That's not going to be enough as Bluffton grabs this flashpoint, takes the map, it takes the series.
yep, a really good series from both teams. I mean, personally, if I'm Whitmer right now, I'm not too disappointed. It was a good fight, good maps, good stuff to VOD, great plays all around, and I mean, I don't know, Bluffton also did a really great job. And oh my god, look at that boop. Almost got the 2. But great play from Cisneros.
Yeah, doing a great job. And like you said, yeah, I mean, if I'm Whitmer, I'm waiting for the rematch in playoffs.
Yeah,
But
100%.
Bluffton doing an incredible job. And what really was the difference maker here was just that objective control time. It sounds so simple, but Bluffton, when they needed those crucial fights, when they needed to be coordinated, when they needed to play around the objective, they were just always there to produce it. Whitmer sometimes, they would get picked, and while they had the reses, they just weren't able to get that presence and force Bluffton off those objectives. And man, I think once Bluffton was able to cap, it was such an uphill battle to get them off.
Yeah, 100%. Because like during those long dragged out team fights, Bluffton just always had control, and those small differences just really, like, they added up. And I mean, and ultimately that's how they were able to just take this series 3-up.
Yeah, and incredible work by both teams. Excited to see more of them throughout the year. And if you want to see more Esports Ohio action, make sure to follow us here and on the other Esports Ohio Twitch channel and on social media, and keep tabs with everything Esports Ohio, as we're going to be bringing you much more streams this week and every week throughout our season.
Yeah, stay hyped for Marvel Rivals tomorrow and the rest of our streams throughout the week. I'll be there tomorrow. Go show some support. But I think that's all we have for you guys today, so I think we're gonna wrap it on up. So stay tuned. Love you guys. This is